Hi, my name is Raymond Stapleton. I'm with Dragon Bloggers, and just today, this arrived in the mail. Now, it's hard to tell what it is from the outside package, but before I even open it up, I want to mention that the manufacturer, the sender of this product, sent it so that I had to sign for it, which I think was very nice, because so far, nothing I've ever gotten before needed to be signed for. So they made sure that it came directly to me. It is well insulated here, and it looks to me like the SpotCam has arrived. So I'm excited about opening this. I'm going to take my knife here, sorry to go off camera, and figure out how to open it. That was easy. Okay, inside the packaging we have the covering on there. We have the SpotCam itself, not a very big cam, but certainly much sturdier than I would have expected it to be. We have a very basic setup information guide there. A little bit more of a warranty information, as well as what looks like the power supply that goes into this, and wall mounting screws. So if you want to mount this on the wall, you can mount this on the wall. You can leave it sitting on a desk or some other type of flat surface, and it should work just fine. Now, I'm going to pause the video just for a moment. That will give me enough time to read the card, because it's going to be very hard for me to read it while I'm talking to you, and I will come right back to you.
Press the record button.
I wanted to point out a couple of things here, and it is going to be a little bit harder to see on the camera, but this base right here does have a non-stick pad, and I did have the other part of it, but it is a round plastic piece that you can screw into the wall and then snap it on so that you can move this and position it so that your camera can be flush up against the wall if you want it to be. Now, if you'll notice, there is a blue light on the front here. When you're first setting it up, it's going to have a yellow light until you get it synced and connected to your network. There is no need for any kind of adjustment to the lens, because it will autofocus and do all that stuff for you. And it may be a little hard to see with the lights coming around, but right around this black circle right here, there's little red dots. And those little red dots are part of the nighttime vision. It actually has enough light there that you can actually use night vision with this. Now, the setup took me just a little bit more time than I expected it to. All in all, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes total. But it took me a few moments because I didn't read something right. So I highly recommend that you read the card correctly. On the top here, it tells you what you're going to need. And one of the important things was Wi-Fi. Not just a computer hooked up to the network. It has to have a Wi-Fi signal to that computer. So my desktop, which is hardwired, wasn't the one I needed to use to set this up with. What I had to do was take my small laptop and use it, because what you have to do for part of this, you download a very small software program, and I am talking very small. It took less than a second to download. You run it, and it is what is used to connect you to this device. Once you have done that, it will ask you to log into the Wi-Fi signal for the camera, because the camera puts out its own signal. Once you've done that, you enter in your network password, and it goes from there and it connects. And I'm looking at it right now. It does have a little bit of a delay, so it's not live like, oh, it's happening right this exact second, and you're seeing everything exactly right at that exact moment. At least not what I'm looking at right now. It went through a firmware update, so that may be why it's slowing things down a little bit. But as soon as it gets through the firmware update, it's hooked up. It's got a few seconds delay to it. It shows up on the My SpotCam website. You will have to set yourself up an account. The account is free. Your camera can be set up then anywhere you want inside of your home. If somebody comes in the area, you're going to see them on the SpotCam. And I'm looking at it right now on my laptop, and it's got a pretty decent picture on it. There are some adjustments I'm sure that I can make here, and I haven't played around with all those yet. But right now, I'm going to tell you, this was pretty quick and easy to set up. It didn't take a lot of time, and the cord that hooks up to it, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of cord there. It's got to be at least a 4 or 5 foot cord minimum. So you've got some room from your wall plug to where you want this to be mounted at and where you want it to be sat at, and it's going to do your job. So far, I like it. I will write up some more on it, give you some more detail on it, but for now, I think this is a pretty easy to set up product, and I'm impressed with it, and I haven't even started playing with it yet. All right, that'll be it, and I hope you have a good time with this, and look forward to hearing your stories of your successes with it.